Let's study a story, The Boy Who Broke the Bank. And by broke, we mean making the bank bankrupt. It is a very simple and funny story written by Ruskin Bond, a very famous writer. The story starts with Nathu, who is a sweeper. He's sweeping at People Nagar Bank. And he has not received his salary yet. It's the 20th of the month. There's a delay in payment, so he's cribbing about it. He's frustrated. And when you are frustrated, you say things which you may not really mean. You may exaggerate. But this exaggeration may lead to the spread of rumors. And like Chinese whispers, when some communication is passed from one human to another human, there is some omission or deletion in what is being said. People add more spices to that bit of information, and the rumor may spread like wildfire, which may be fatal to somebody or some business. And very recently, there is an example, Silicon Valley Bank in the USA. There was some rumor due to which all the customers rushed to the bank to remove all their cash deposits. Now understand that the bank doesn't keep all the cash in its treasury in that place. For example, if a bank has total deposits of 1,000 crore rupees or dollars from all its customers, it will have only a percentage of it. And some of it may keep with some reserve bank. And the rest they use it for giving loans. And through the interest on the loans, they earn their profit. If all the customers come at once, at the same time, to remove all their money, then they don't have that money. But legally, they are obliged to give the money back to the customers whenever they demand for it. So under such a circumstance, they will have to take a loan from some other bank to give it to the customers. Because their money is already given to people on loan who will repay in EMIs, in installments. They can't demand for it right now. And when the bank borrows money, they borrow it at a very high interest rate, due to which the bank can go bankrupt, which happened with Silicon Valley Bank in USA very recently. And it's not just about banks. This story is an allegory for what happens in society. The theme is rumors can be fatal. It can assassinate a person's character. It can break relationships. It can lead to the ruin of some shop or some institution or some family. So never believe in rumors, never spread rumors, always verify the facts. Don't just believe whatever you receive on WhatsApp and forward it. Have scientific temper and don't exaggerate things. So let's see how this funny turn of events occurred. So out of frustration, Nathu tells Sitaram, who is involved in pressing clothes, ironing clothes and delivering it. He's a washerman's son. Now, People Nagar Bank is owned by Seth Govind Ram, who is presently vacationing in Kashmir. So when he complains to Sitaram that he has not received any pay, and he says out of frustration that once I receive my salary, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to search for some other job. Sitaram was being helpful when he said that, okay, if I come across any place who requires a person, then I will definitely recommend you. So he went to one of his customers, Miss Srivastav. And during the conversation, he said that, do you need anybody for some work? Because we do have a friend, Nathu, who's looking for work, because he has not received his salary from his bank. So Miss Srivastav thought this is very strange, that they can't even pay their sweeper. Now, what is the real reality? It might be some technical glitch, or it's not that the bank does not have money. Maybe there was a miscommunication, that is why they did not pay the sweeper. We don't know the reality. But now the impression is that the bank can't even pay its sweeper. That means the bank is in some financial crisis. Now, when Miss Srivastav went to the market for shopping, she met Miss Bhushan under a tamarind tree. It was very hot. And she told, have you heard about People Nagar Bank? It can't even pay employees over a month. Now, this is exaggeration, because Sitaram never said that he hasn't been paid over a month. Actually, it was 20 days. But now she added her own information, over a month. So Ms. Bhushan then finally met her husband, Mr. Bhushan, at some shop. Her husband. She passed the information to him that People Nagar Bank was going bankrupt. Now that was her interpretation. The word bankrupt was never used by Ms. Srivastav. But she's adding this interpretation on her own that the bank is about to go bankrupt. Now, when she said this to Mr. Bhushan, the shop owner at that shop, Kamal Kishore, heard this. He was alarmed. So immediately he told the barber shop owner next door, named Deep Chand, that have you heard about the bank's collapse? Because he knew that Deep Chand had an account in that bank. Deep Chand was so shocked that while he was shaving, he accidentally cut a slight cut of the ear. But that pain was not so much as compared to the shock the customer got when he heard that the bank was collapsing, because this elderly salon customer also had a bank account in that bank. He was so shocked. that even though he was only half shaven, he rushed out of the salon. Can you imagine this funny incident? He rushed and he went to some telephone booth to call the Seth Govindram, the owner, only to find out that he is in Kashmir. So he thought that he has stolen all the money and he ran away. So he came back and informed Deep Chand that the bird has flown away after taking all the money. Now that's another addition to the rumor. They are just interpreting things as per their perception. So the rumor spread like forest fire. Everybody in the market heard about this rumor and everybody was angry with the bank. All of them rushed to the bank. Now there was an old beggar named Ganpat. He had a crooked leg, so he could never, not even walk properly. Somebody would have to come to carry him after he begged. He was a beggar. But when he heard the news, he started running. Apparently, even he had a savings account in the bank with 1,000 rupees. And by the time, at that time when the story was written, it was a big amount. Yeah, beggars earn a lot, especially if you have a monopoly at a place. So another humorous incident. So people went to the bank and demanded their cash deposits back. The manager tried to calm them down. He gave whatever money was available, and since more funds were required, he had to take the emergency fund from some bigger bank which was 30 miles away, which cannot happen immediately. So he tried to explain that to the customers, but the customers were irate. They did not want to listen to any rational or logical explanation. They just wanted their money. They started protesting. And there were some mischief makers who joined them. They did not even have an account, yet they joined the protest. You know, some people just love protesting. They love negativity. They love criticizing this and that person. You can see in social media also, there are so many negative comments, even if it doesn't bother them. So, a point was reached. The blood was boiling, and somebody just threw a brick which crashed against the glass windows and shattered it. The next morning, when Nathu came, he was wondering who created this mess, because now his work has increased. Which is ironical, because he was the cause of all this, and he is wondering who is responsible for the collapse of this bank. Because Sitaram told him about the events which had happened and informed him that this bank will now shut down, it will go bankrupt because all the customers have demanded for their money back. Hi students, this is AJ sir. If you like this video, press the like button. If you would like to enroll for my online test series or online lectures, email me or message me on Instagram. Check the description for more information.